Hey everyone, just giving a little bit of an update. Unfortunately, the videos that I'm currently working on right now are taking a little bit more of my time than expected. I have a couple of locomotive videos, you've probably seen them over my Patreon page, that I'm working on, but I'm wanting to do it right. And part of that has to do with how my new setup for my camera and everything else is going. And I just wanted to kind of give you a little bit of a tour of what's kind of happening. And so this is going to be kind of a short little bit. But I just want to kind of give you a little update on some of the things that are happening, some of the things that I'm working on, some of the things that you can kind of expect, and all coming up on JC's Riptrack. So the first thing I wanted to show you is actually finally a little bit of progress on my train table. As you can see, I've actually done some gluing down. This is all dry. I just need to pull it off, and then this piece here on the end, I just need to glue down, and then I'll have at least 1 inch of foam. And what I want to do is show the evolution of my track plan as part of this. So that's kind of where I'm going with this piece. And then under here, of course, you can, as it's my hobby desk, but I want to take a little bit of a time and kind of move it around here and notice how much of a mess this really is. So I have to do some cleaning there, but let me show you something a little different. I've been using a hobby light for a little while, but now I've changed things. That now, notice here, I've got an entire lighting setup. And if you notice right here, this is where I've got one of the cameras set up and the other camera pointing down. So I'm working with 2 cameras, and this is a piece that I'm working for Austin Malcolm. That is in progress. It's getting very close to being done, and so that's kind of one of the next pieces on my list of things to do. I also have another locomotive, and then this is one of the next projects that I'm going to be working on for Will Kling. It's an S2 unit, and this one is going to see some real heavy weathering on it because it's going to be put to use in a steel mill. It includes actually changing the some of the markings on it to make it look like it's more of a leaser unit, and so that's one of the other things that is coming up, and I'm quite looking forward to that. And one of the other things that I wanted to show you is that in addition to the weathering pencils that AK Interactive sent me, they also sent me a couple of weathering kits, and these are some things that I'm going to be working on. One here is specifically intended for undercarriages, and in it, these are packages of 3, and has shafts and wheel bearing, some light dust and light rust. And so this is one of the things that I'm going to actually be testing out fairly shortly. Some of you may remember this heavily weathered boxcar that I've been working on. Well, you know what? Notice it doesn't have any trucks. The trucks that actually came with this had the old style Rapido couplers, and I have some. And so one of the things that I'm going to be doing in fairly short order with my own boxcar is to be testing this out on this. So that's one of the things that's coming up. And then I also have this is specifically a locomotive and wagon weathering package, and again it's got some streaking elements, and the actual what actually comes in it is streaking grime, rust streaks, and a neutral gray wash, and so it's a fairly basic kit, but I'm going to be running through a test. Chances are I may actually be using that with Will's locomotive, at least as part of a test. These are enamel washes, and I'll be doing this and showing how they work as a product that you can get as a package kit. One of the other things that I'm working on is this coming Sunday, I'm doing a presentation for the Calgary Model Railroad Society, doing a presentation on weathering. So essentially it's a retake of my original video, except I have an hour to do it and a lot of time to spend on it, doing a lot of Q&A stuff. And so that's what I'm working on right here. This isn't normally the computer that I work on, but it gives me something to work on. So that's also something that I've been keeping busy doing. So here is my workspace, at least on for the video presentation. As you can see up here, there are a couple of locomotives that I'm working on together, and part of this is because of my new setup, is that I actually can use 2 cameras now and doing a couple of different angles. So this does actually take a little bit more editing time than I had originally checked with. But the nice thing is that I can actually film the same thing from 2 different angles and then provide you with the best angle as I'm working on it. So that's another thing that I've been doing a little bit, at least as far as getting a good update and making sure everything is working and giving you the best possible videos that I can make. So as you can see, I've got a lot on the go. There's a lot still to be done, and the videos on the locomotives that I'm currently working on, and I'm just giving you a little snapshot of my actual editing process. All of this is coming together, and look for a number of videos in a few weeks. I know I've not had as many videos out as I normally do, at least at the rate that I normally do, but I'm trying to get it at a higher quality. But once that's in place, you're actually going to start seeing several videos coming together all in a row. So that's all coming up, and looking forward to it. And so in the meantime, good luck, and may you keep on track.